looks the same as when he ran because he was playing golf. Donald Trump had one job. And you know what you did? You bollocksed it completely. Donald Trump inherited a strong, growing economy and managed to ruin it.
Reid just absolutely dismantled Trump in what ended up being a brutal segment on MSNBC after the Super Tuesday elections, calling him out about his failures in presidency and a spot-on attack that has right-wingers and MAGA furious. But all she did was say what everybody is thinking, because Trump likes to tout how everything was perfect during his presidency, even though he was handed most of it that was good. Him and his followers pretend that his mishandling of COVID isn't a knock on him. It's not something he did. And Joy is just sick of exactly that, like the rest of us. And here she is mentioning exactly that.
This is the gross domestic product in the country. In 2019, it was plus 2.3%. In 2020, it was negative 2.8%. That is the election year. That is the reason Donald Trump didn't get reelected. That was part of it. 2021, it was 5.9. And I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that. And 1.9 in 2022. Those four numbers: 2.3, negative 2.8, 5.9, and 1.9. There's one factor in all four of those, and Lawrence just said it. Donald Trump had one job. He had one crisis. He's saying, oh, all of these things were perfect. You had one crisis, bruh. It was called the pandemic. And you know what you did? You bollocksed it completely. You did so poorly at managing your sole crisis. The one hard thing you do, the reason he doesn't look old like Biden looks older, the presidency ages you when you do the job. Obama went gray because he was doing the work. Donald Trump looks the same as when he ran because he was playing golf.
And mishandle it, he did. You can see how in comparison to financially comparable countries, our response was massively worse. And this is due to Trump undermining our response and spreading dangerous rhetoric at any chance that he could. Trump's own response coordinator has publicly stated, even a month after it was declared a public health emergency, Trump had not reached out to companies who could help supply and distribute COVID testing, as well as undermining and weakening guidelines for testing to exclude things like asymptomatic people, which is against the scientific consensus and was at that time. Trump also blocked the CDC for months from doing public briefings on the matter on things that ended up being largely true, as well as being able to present evidence of child cases and deaths from COVID very early on when people were still kind of in the gray on, can this kill us? How dangerous is it? How contagious is it? Along with the rhetoric of, oh, it'll be gone in a few weeks. Oh, it's just the China virus. It's no big deal, downplaying masks, downplaying the vaccine. This is why you saw more Republicans die from the virus post-vaccine, and you were much more likely to catch it in a Republican state.
If you want to do another chart of when you saw the spike in border crossings, because it was down to record numbers under George W. Bush and President Obama, it spiked again because of COVID. COVID is the spike again. You just look at the chart. All of these crises that Donald Trump inherited a strong, growing economy and managed to ruin it by messing up his one crisis, which was COVID, which is why the border went crazy. It's why inflation went crazy. All of those crises Joe Biden has had to fix. Joe Biden's job creation rate is second only to Bill Clinton. He's not only fixed it, he's actually been more successful as a domestic policy president than any modern president.
And again, she's exactly right here as well. A lot of the negative effects that we're feeling today is from COVID, the pandemic, and how bad Trump botched it. Prior to COVID, he also never once outperformed the economy he was given. He created less jobs than Obama did. He couldn't outperform Obama's highs in GDP. He added more to our debt than Obama did. So he was barely even doing a good job of riding the coattails of Obama's economy before he had one real duty as president, one real crisis to handle and one problem to solve, and he completely messed it up. And Joe Biden had to come around and play cleanup man because of that. And now Trump is just trying to pass all the baggage from that and his own mishandlings as president onto Biden, when in reality, to come in as president with negative job growth, negative GDP, directly after a recession, with spiking inflation, the economy shut down, and we're not taking in imports, we're the lowest exports in the G7, and to still be able to turn that around to where all those things have returned to almost normal levels and be creating more jobs than Donald Trump did, and yes, new jobs as well, and not just Donald Trump, but any modern president dating back to Bill Clinton. Trump was handed a golden economy with no problems, and Biden outperformed him on job creation. Trump was handed a golden economy with no problems and couldn't even outperform his predecessor on job creations. It all boils down to a bunch of cope and just gaslighting in hopes to get Trump back into office so he can strip rights away, civil liberties away from minority groups. And I, for one, love to see Joy Reid calling it out for exactly what it is. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.